Gemini, you are up for the May Tarot Energy Reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. Podcast everywhere. As for the reading, take what resonates, leave what does not. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading energy and tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. I'm using my mindfulness card deck, which technically isn't an oracle deck. I'm just making it one. And then I will clarify with a regular tarot deck. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. May I have the energy for Gemini for May? May I have the energy for Gemini for May? May I have the energy for Gemini for May? What is it that Gemini needs to hear? Those are not doing. I'm going to start that over. I'm going to try this again. Anytime that happens, just let me know the energy. Some of you might be resistant to something. What is it that Gemini needs to hear? This particular card was in the wrong way. And it says, listen deeply to yourself. Listen deeply to yourself. I'm taking this one. And let me read it. All right. The lighting and the typing, just bear with me. We are constantly making decisions. Some are quite ordinary, such as what clothes to wear or what to have for dinner. And others are more significant and life-changing, like what job to take or where to put down roots. When it comes to making decisions, our bodies are full of wisdom. And so taking the time to sit quietly and just check in with how the body feels can give us access to a level of information that we often overlook. Next time you're having trouble with a decision, big or small, give yourself a few minutes to sit quietly and check in with your body. It's a valuable resource. So with this, listen deeply to yourself. This is saying, hey, your body knows what's good for you. Or should I say, it knows what's not good for you as well, whether we want to listen to it or not. And when there's a decision that comes about, it doesn't hurt to actually take a pause and be like, well, how will I feel if I do this? How will my body feel if I do this? You know, if I buy those shoes, will I feel taller? You know, will I feel happier? Will I feel comfortable? Because there's nothing worse than a pair of shoes that's uncomfortable. But, you know, it's those type of things. It's about taking pause and listening to what you want. One thing that I know when it comes to the world, sometimes we don't take stock in what we want. We don't take a pause in what we want at times, because when we're approached with something where we have to make a decision, it can be based off of what other people want. And what other people want is not always good for you. And this is also a reminder of that. Listen deeply to yourself. Where when you're being asked about something, or you have to make a decision about something that involves other people, you have to remember that even though it involves other people, you're still the common denominator. All roads will lead back to you, because you're the one that has to make the decision. You're the one that has to live with the decision. So because you're the one that has to make the decision and you're the one that has to live with the decision, can you do something, or will you do something that makes your body happy, that makes you happy? Or are you doing things that make other people happy and their bodies happy? Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm just delivering the message. That's all I'm doing. Let me go ahead and clarify this right quick. Can we clarify the energy on the table? Can we clarify the energy on the table? Can we clarify the energy on the table? What is it that Gemini needs to hear? What is it that Gemini needs to hear? What is it that Gemini needs to hear? For some of you, this is, okay, setting that to the side. For some of you, I feel like, I don't want to say a forced situation. Some of you might be dealing with something in May, or maybe it's a reoccurring thing where you feel like you can't say no. Again, let me know in the comments or shoot me a message on Twitter, but let me know. I feel like some of you might be dealing with that. And I'm telling you, you can say no, thank you. Yeah, see, look what came out. The 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. So right now, this is people fighting, more than likely over money. And for some of you, you might be asking yourself, is it really worth it? Is the money worth it? That's what some of you might be asking yourself. Is the money worth it? Do I really want to be in the middle of this stuff that's going on? Do I really want to be in the middle of all of that? Some of you might be asking yourself that because there might be money on the line, maybe a substantial amount of money. But again, the question becomes, is it worth it? I feel like some of you, you may feel like you can't say no to the offer. Some of you, there might be an offer that comes in for you that is very substantial, like the 10 of Pentacles, but at the same time, you know that this offer will bring nothing but conflict into your life if you take the offer. So now you have to listen deeply to yourself and hear what your body says to be like, okay, do we really want to do this? Do we really want to take this on? Or do we want to try something else? I set a card to the side. Let's see what it is. The Chariot. Moving forward. Cancer energy. Some of you might be a cusp, Gemini. But also it's a victory card. So, either way, I see that it will go in your favor. One thing will be, if you do it, then you're going to have to deal with the drama. But you're going to power your way through it. When it will finally, settle down, that I don't know. The other thing, or the other option, is that you don't take it and you just move on to something else with Chariot energy. And again, it's a victory card. So whatever you move on to, it's going to bring you success anyway. Also, Chariot is a travel card. Maybe you have to relocate. Maybe this new offer will ask you to relocate. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I think I'm going to title this, or I think I will title this, Is It Worth It? Because that's what I feel it's like. And only you can answer that, if it's worth it. And the only way you can answer that is by listening to yourself. Not to everyone else, not doing what everyone else thinks you should do. Is it worth it? All right, that is your message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. Till next time, be blessed.